What's up on the U-Box, guys? This is TXP-Technologies, TXP-Network, coming at you with a full-up update for pretty much the autumn quarter of the TXP network, and also TXP-MC. Now, first off, I'd just like to say thank you for being there as viewers and subscribers. And I'd like to also mention that I am currently doing some experimentation with some new cloud technology attempts that I'm going at. I'll go in and share the link right now, because of the fact that I think it'd be a good idea for you to check it out. Of course, it's not ready yet. Still working out the PHP coding and all, but I think you'll be interested. www.txpcloud.grn.cc. Yeah, welcome to TXP Cloud. And it's a new service I'm working on that will allow for pretty much all the standard cloud features, such as high amounts of storage. I mean, look at Box.com. They allow for 10 gigabytes worth of storage, and they're great. You can talk about Dropbox.com also. They don't allow for as much storage, but they are pretty good with their services as well, and they also allow for HTTPS. You can check out Google Drive. They allow for document editing. And what I've decided to do is try to create a cloud service that does all of that as well. The thing is, though, with the web host that I'm using, it allows for supposedly unlimited bandwidth and also unlimited storage. So what I'm experimenting with here is trying to see if I can actually get this experimental cloud service to actually function. And if so, I'll be able to provide that code for others who want to start their own cloud services. Now, of course, I'm not promising this will actually become big. I'm simply saying that I'm trying to see if a cloud service can be implemented on a server like what I'm using. So, of course, do not expect for TXP Cloud to be around for long. This is just an experimental service to see if I can actually provide cloud services, and if so, I want to be able to provide that script for other people to make it easier for them to actually provide stuff, where all they'll have to do is set up a server with Apache and Linux, or Windows Apache, and they'll be good to go. So don't expect this to be a permanent item by any means. This is simply a test. Of course, I also don't think that my web host would appreciate creating a permanent cloud service, so therefore that's why I'm making this temporary. It's only going to be remaining in testing order until maybe mid-2015, and then from there it's going to be taken down regardless of its status. So if you want to contribute to it, go on and drop me an email. You already know how to contact me, and you should be good to go. Now, the second thing that I want to go on and talk about is let's see if that works. Morning. No. That link doesn't work, and I think I know why. Aha, there you go. Here is another link that we kind of have in testing. Here it is. What we have here is a new project that we're testing out. I'm currently using php-grep.php. Oh, my bad, viewers. I'm currently using php-grep.php to do a test to see whether or not I can start a search engine. Now, what I'll be using, of course, is pretty much a PHP cross-domain gateway to create a search engine that can provide results somewhat in a manner of like the same way that Google does. In other words, scanning other websites, and after that, pulling up content on the websites that match a certain list of keywords, creating a cross-domain web search. I've been doing experimentation with this for a couple months. I'm simply testing this out to see if it's actually possible. If it is possible, I won't really be using this in long term either. I'll simply be developing this for experimental purposes, just to see if I can actually create a cross-domain, like a full-out internet web search. Other search providers already do this. The big ones are Google and Yahoo. So if I can go in and do this, that would be really nice. I'm not saying that I'm here to actually compete with these guys. I'm simply saying that I want to see if I can make a script or an application in PHP that can actually do some similar items. So like pretty much providing a universal search engine in PHP. I'm not here to compete. I'm only here to create a script. And it's all under experimentation, so if you want to test it out, it's phpgrep.php that I'm using. I'll be busy trying to see if I can find a PHP gateway that will allow it to do cross-domain operations as well, to simply search for keywords. Now that I've listed all the fun and interesting things, I have to mention the big things. But before I get into that, I'm going to go on to mention a couple news items just because of the fact that I think you guys will be interested in keeping up with current events like I do. First one is Ebola in Africa. That's a topic that you may want to look into. The second topic that I think you guys would be interested in is ISIS. Well, I mean, not really, but I think that you'd be interested in seeing how ISIS is being handled along with other terrorist groups that have been growing up in the Middle East. And also the topic of Israel. But anyway, if you want to look into those topics, those are the topics that will be showing up on the Reading Room 101 soon, because of the fact that those are topics that I think are quite important right now. Recently, the Reading Room 101's been pretty much just looking at more so Russia and its relations with other European nations. So I'm going to switch that up soon and get a couple new, how should I say this, links up on the front page soon. So those will be the three topics that we'll be focusing on until the end of October. Now it's time for the important and serious things. First off, it's official. I'm leaving GitHub. I'm going back to Compiler. Now, of course, if you guys don't already know, I happen to have a GitHub profile, and in fact, I'm going to go ahead and give that to you guys right now so you can see that it's pretty much been emptied out. That's because of the fact that I've been having somewhat of a difficult time trying to keep it up to date. It's not exactly an easy thing to do when I don't even have a client to add files to. And even when I tried to actually, get a client installed on my machine, sometimes I wouldn't be able to connect to my account. There would be issues and stuff like that. I'm not blaming GitHub. I'm simply saying that I'm not going to be able to become adept at using it fast enough where I'm going to be able to get content out to you guys fast enough. So what I'm doing is I'm going back to one of my old services that is pretty much a dead ringer. It's definitely going to work. It's not going to fail because I've been using it like since before I even had GitHub. Something that I think you guys would be interested in. I think that you'll love it. It's Compiler, supplied by lynda.com services. If you don't know who they are, check them out. I think you'll be interested. They're really good, and they also have built-in compilers, interpreters for different languages. These guys, they are like the Swiss Army knives of programming online. These guys, if you wanted to compare them to Compile Online, this would be like Compile Online on steroids, which allows you to do code sharing, allows you to actually not only run your code, but also to actually modify it and create versions and create repositories on top of that. I mean, it is ultimate. And the only other thing that I want to really mention here is the fact that I have a coding. Now that's something else I think you guys are going to love. On coding, they provide Linux VP. Is it VPS? They provide Linux VPSs that allow you to actually develop things. So if you want to, you can go to coding.com and sign up for one of those because I happen to have a coding as well, and I think that you'll be interested in getting one as well. So if you get one of these, look for someone named Top Hat Productions 115, and you'll be able to find me. I'm currently trying to upload some things to coding, so with any luck, I'll be able to get some things running, and I'll be able to like learn the programming environment and such. It's going to be a little bit of a learning curve, but I think that you guys will definitely benefit from being able to see what I'm doing on multiple platforms, being able to actually test the code like right then and there when you see it. Besides that, yeah, so I'm sticking with Compiler. I'm kind of leaving GitHub. I'm probably going to leave GitHub around the same time that I leave Minecraft Forum. That's the second point. I'm leaving Minecraft Forum in 2015. I don't know how you guys are going to react, but you probably didn't know to begin with, so it doesn't really matter, and I don't think that you guys are really going to be affected anyway. So whatever. Time to skip on to the next topic now. The OS development project that I've been working on. You guys definitely should know about that due to the fact that I've been posting lots of updates about that online, in different places around the internet, and it's also on Google. OS development will be pushed back to mid-2015 instead of the 2015-2016 transition. That's because of the fact that I've actually been able to actually pull together the different repositories and stuff like that, and getting closer and closer to actually finishing up on the actual central system that'll be managing the resources and such. So the OS will be pretty much, well, ready for its first beta release by mid-2015. That's pretty good, seeing that the original release date was, I think, 2014-2015 transition for an early start, and we didn't exactly get an early start. So that's going to be great. Let's see. Next topic to discuss would be the fact that Microsoft just bought out Mojang for $2.5 billion. Now, of course, some of us aren't really that, some of us don't really like that much, and some of us are okay with it. From my recent experiences, I mean, especially with Skype and with the limitations that I've seen with Xbox in some cases, I'm not too, how should I say this? I don't really like the idea of Mojang being bought out, but we're gonna have to deal with it anyway because it's already happening. Now the reason why I'm not exactly too big on it is because of the fact that with the recent versions of Skype, quality's gone down, and also with the recent versions like Windows 8 and Windows 8.1, I'm just not too impressed with the way they designed it. I mean, especially with the different limitations that they've included. I mean, with Windows 8.1, you can't even run a shell script without administrative permissions now. In Windows 7, there were slightly less limitations and you could get more done without an administrative account permission. Not only that, but also, I mean, I tried registering for some job positions with these guys, did a couple of job applications, and when I tried to transition over to a Microsoft account like they suggested, they lost all of my job applications and I had to kind of reapply, and I've still gotten no replies from them. I'm not saying Microsoft's a bad company, but I wouldn't suggest doing the full-out conversion to a Microsoft account if you've got everything else stored somewhere else. Now, of course, I'd suggest that if you can, get the Microsoft account first and then apply. But anyway, my other reason for not being too thrilled with the way that Microsoft is going to handle this is, well, let's just go on and get down to business. Halo and Bungie, well, Bungie got bought by Microsoft originally. They were developing Halo. Bungie wanted more autonomy and decided to leave. And as a result of their spin-off, now Microsoft owns Halo, and the recent versions of Halo, in my opinion, aren't as good as the past versions. It just so happens that Bungie's decided to start developing its own newer game now, I kind of guess in place of Halo. But anyway, the fact of the matter is, I don't think that Halo's going to be doing too good anytime soon. And if the same thing happens to Minecraft, that's going to be pretty sad. So let's go and get down to topics relating to TXP-MC. As of now, TXP-MC only supports doing playthroughs on Minecraft versions 1.8 and before. Our server cPanel, that which version 5.0 beta will be coming out soon, only supports versions 1.5.2 through 1.7.10. We're currently working on something that supports version 1.8 servers, but that'll be coming soon. Well, you already know that I'm not too big on Microsoft buying out Mojang. Some of the topics that I wasn't too big on was, well, first off, texture packs. With Xbox, I don't really know how they do texture packs, so I don't really want to go into that. But with skins, I know on Xbox you have to pay for those. With multiplayer, you have to pay for Xbox Live. With plugins and mods, I don't remember them supplying any compatibility for that from what I've seen. And, well, it just so happens that, if I remember correctly, Google owns YouTube and Twitch. In fact, I'll go on and look that up right now to make sure that I'm not giving you any bad information. Does Google own Twitch? I'm going to do a lookup because I thought that they recently bought out, Google's $1 billion purchase of Twitch, confirmed supposedly back in July. So, yeah. It just so happens that not only does Minecraft have Twitch software built in, but Google and Microsoft are somewhat competitors in certain fields. So I don't know what Microsoft's going to be doing with the Twitch software that's already built into Minecraft. Don't get me wrong. If you think that I'm wrong, well, go on and give your opinion. But I don't know if they're going to be too big with keeping the Twitch libraries in there anytime soon. So the real question is Minecraft done for? Now, of course, I don't think so. But for TXP-MC, it might be. So now the big question is, if so, what happens to TXP-MC, the gaming Minecraft forum channel? Well, for now, TXP-MC is currently in a phase called Deep Freeze until September 26th or September 27th. We're also closing in on a permanent server solution currently, and it's possibly going to involve a program called Freeland. For more information on Freeland, I'll go on and share a link right now, because of the fact that I think that you guys would be interested. Freeland appears to be like the way of the future when it comes to gaming VPNs. Let's see. Go on and post this right here, and there we go. Freeland is now posted up there. On to our next topic. By the way, you guys might need to have Freeland to join our servers in the future, so just to let you know, get Freeland if you can. Oh, and by the way, Freeland requires Microsoft, I think, Visual C++ libraries for 2013 edition. So if you can, go on and install that first. Check their website for more information. Yeah. And keep a long story short, TXP-MC's existence will be determined in the middle of January 2015. Let's see. Oh, and the search engine TXP Go is due in 2016. Not only that, but also TXP-MC is going to be diversifying soon, and possibly going into other gaming playthroughs, such as Halo for PC, Warsaw for PC, and Frozen Synapse for PC. So some of those games, of course, are found on Steam. Others I'll download pretty much from the internet, or buy from the internet. So if you guys are interested in, getting involved in some gameplay or playthroughs, give an opinion and give a comment. Now, of course, we also have some programming updates. As of now, TXP-Network, TXP-Technologies allows for project uploads and also allows for users to actually contribute to repository software and such. All they have to do is email us a zip archive of your code or whatever, and go on and give us a license along with it, because of the fact that we actually require that there's a license on it, and we'll upload the code for you if you want us to actually post it on our website. Now, of course, if you didn't already know that, now you know. You may contribute to TXP Network if you want to. We are supposed to be open source and an open community, even though it's extremely small right now. We allow for code in the following languages and libraries. We allow for most dialects of assembler, preferably NetWide assembler. We allow for most dialects of C and C++. That is C98, C++98, C++11. We also allow for the use of POSIX, POSIX, and Linux headers. We also allow for any other libraries that are found in the TXP Network OS development repository. That'll be on Google Drive. I'll be giving a link for that soon. So if you can use any of those libraries as well, I think they're all licensed as well. You can use those as well. We allow for JavaScript, which is ECMA compliant, and we allow for jQuery. We also allow for Ajax and JSON. If you're interested in programming in those languages as well, have fun with that. We allow for PHP 5.3 to 5.4. We also program in CSS 3 and 4. We program in HTML 5 and 4. We also allow for XML and RSS. And we also allow for the use of Linux and C shell. We also allow for just generic shell and bash shell scripting. Now, of course, I've been considering this, and I decided to go on and throw it in there. We also now allow for the use of JNI Java. Now, of course, we do prefer that you convert some of it, if you can, to C or C++, and include some form of minimal JRE in addition to it in C++ or in some form of way that will make it portable so it can be run pretty much anywhere. All apps and code must be portable and self-running. So in other words, if it relies on an API, we allow for it, but the API has to be, available somewhere. Let's go and get this over with. We also may be allowing for some other languages. Here are the list of languages that are kind of on the maybe list for now. We may allow them or may kick them off soon. That'll be decided in 2015 as well. We may be allowing for Python, Fortran, COBOL. These are old languages. We also may be allowing for Scheme, Flat Assembler. app.js was something that I was experimenting with. I might be allowing for that soon, and CoffeeScript and NetBeans. So if you're interested in that, go on and check it out. All those languages might actually be allowed on the TXP network at some time in the future, but for now, we're simply sticking to the languages that I listed as the definites because of the fact that I actually know how to get those to work. Not only that, but I've also kind of picked up a couple of compilers that can actually work with those online to allow for others to actually experiment with code and stuff like that for compatibility and all, and for ease of use. So, by the way, we also allow for C and C++ CGI scripting. GNU, CGI, and stuff like that. So if you're interested, go on and check it out. And that's about it. Of course, we have our don'ts. These are languages that you cannot use. You cannot use these languages on the TXP network, and you cannot upload them. You cannot use on the TXP network C#, Java, Visual C and C++, CLI, Windows CLI. You cannot use DOS or DOM objects. DOM objects are actually, that's internet programming based. ActiveX objects, you cannot use those as well. If you try to upload these, I cannot allow these. ASP and ASPX, that's another Microsoft technology. We've decided to kick out SQL and all of its variants. We also do not allow for Visual Basic or any form of Basic. On the maybe list, I've put QBasic, and that might be leaving the list first, unfortunately. Yeah. Most interpreted languages that aren't listed here probably won't be allowed. We don't allow for Scratch. I think that's JavaScript related. We don't allow for Microsoft Macro Assembler. No. That's the one dialect I will not allow. We do not allow for Poco C++ or C libraries. And we do not allow for operating system specific headers besides Linux. That would be Windows and Mac headers mainly. So please try to remain compatible with as many machines as possible, in other words. I'm not dissing anyone. I'm just saying that we aren't allowing for certain languages to be put on the TXP network. So don't try to upload anything that's written in those languages. If you can, get them converted over to another language that's allowed, and if you're not sure, just ask me. Besides that, that's pretty much the end of our update. Another Minecraft video should be showing up soon on the internet, and I'll be trying out my first Halo playthrough soon. So go on and check that out. And this is TXP. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot. Happy belated birthday to the Air Force. We all know what that means. Air Force's birthday was yesterday. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we all should know. But if you don't know, now you know. The birthday was yesterday. Now, of course, I'm going to go on and pull up the original Air Force birthday just to give you guys some more information. The original Air Force birthday, supposedly, this is according to military.com, is September 18th, 1947. When President Truman signed the National Security Act, which established this new defense organization, and along with it, the creation of the U.S. Air Force as an independent service, equal to the U.S. Army and the U.S. Navy. Some more information, military.com. Oh, by the way, I'm saying thank you to my dad since he was in the Air Force as well. Woo! Yeah, that's right. Armed forces, like bosses. But anyway, I will see you guys in the next update, which is scheduled for 2014 December. Wait, did I get that right? But anyway, it's in the description below. I've given you all the links, and for now, I guess we will see you later. And sorry for the long video, but we had a big update, and we had to go through all of this. Now, anyway, keep in mind TXP-MC is in deep freeze, so we probably won't be uploading that many videos. And if any videos do get uploaded, it's probably just going to be like solo videos where it's only me or maybe one other person. So once again, see you guys later. Have fun and keep it cool. And soon I'll be uploading a new channel banner. Let's see. I'm probably not going to be able to pull it up right now. In fact, I don't think I will be able to. I don't think I'm able to pull it up. That's sad. I was deciding on a new catchphrase for it, though. It's either going to be the classy gamer or the classic gamer. So you guys go and make a decision on that, and I'll choose the most popular saying, and I will see you later. TXP Network signing out.